Did DVDs just officially die because 4Ks pulled an upset this week? They dominate by no doubt about it the percentage of market share sold for their disc format. So 4Ks are king, DVDs are no more. Go and cry if you want to, but let's get into it. And today's Physical Media Weekly Breakdown Report, we talk about how 4Ks officially became the king and dominated this previous week. They destroyed DVDs by a massive margin. And we talk about how that upset actually happened. We go over the top 20 sellers of the 4Ks that propelled them the number one this week. We then go into the market share breakdown to look at the analytics, see how the 4Ks compared in sales with the DVDs and Blu-rays and why they actually won this week. And of course, talk about the future of all the different disc formats, which disc format will dominate 2026. I think you will be surprised by my big prediction here. So let's get into it. But first, you love collecting physical media just like me, whether it's Blu-ray, 4K, DVDs, Laserdisc, Betamax, books, vinyl records, whatever it is, you're just passionate about owning media. Well, you're in the right spot, my mega collecting friend. Go ahead and mega super smash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss another physical media weekly report in this year. And of course, leave in the comments below what disc format do you think will dominate the next week. Also, what were you picking up as of recent? And let's get into it. So now we have to get into the top 20 sellers of the 4K Ultra HD format that led them to domination. So let's get into the list of Benga Bangers. At the bottom, we're going to have How to Train Your Dragon 2025 from Universal. This was a fun live action adaptation. The dragons, the visual effects here, the set designs, the costumes all looked incredible in 4K. Next up, we got The Big Lebowski from Universal as well. This is just a Coen Brothers movie that continues to sell. It will pop up on this list from time to time. People love their dark comedy. And, he's just the dude, right? It's amazing. He just needs to get a rug to pull the room together and goes on this crazy adventure to do so. Next up, we got F1 the movie. Warner and Apple, of course, dominating here with this great classic, in my opinion now. This is an inspirational sports story of Brad Pitt. Phenomenal sound design in this movie. You feel like you're in the Formula Racing cars. I thought that was one of the best movies of the year. Next up, we got Tim Burton's Corpse Bride from Warner. This is a fun stop motion animated movie. I more prefer The Nightmare Before Christmas myself, but this one is solid enough. So happy to see more Tim Burton movies on the list. Next up, we got Inception from Warner. Of course, Christopher Nolan has a big movie coming out with The Odyssey. So you got to prep for that. You got to watch all the other Nolan 4Ks. I have this one on 4K disc myself. I got to plug it in and give it a whirl. Next up, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Arrow Video. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Yes, we have to do that song every time this title pops up because this movie set is incredible. What Arrow did just with adding in so many cool different little trading cards in there and just spicing it up. It's fantastic. And the 4Ks look really good, in my opinion. They sound excellent. And these are just super fun movies from my childhood. So happy to represent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this week again. Next up, we're going to have some Nosferatu. Yes, from Universal. Nosferatu, I thought was definitely some style over substance. From a filmmaking perspective, technically, it was excellent. Can't complain there. I just didn't think it was the most entertaining story in the world. So maybe I won't rewatch too many times, but I do love its technical achievements. Next up, we got Wicked from Universal. Wicked is not the franchise for me. I know some people love it out there. I've just never been a big fan. I'm more like in The Wiz. That's kind of my go-to Wizard of Oz story. But Wicked, just something's missing for me in it. I just can't get along with that series, especially part two just totally ruined it for me. Next up, we got The Conjuring: The Last Rites from Warner. Of course, Conjuring: Last Rites, a decent, solid, spooky, haunting kind of movie. I like the first two Conjurings better. The Last Rites was still pretty darn solid. All right, next up, we're going to have The Thing from Universal Shout Studios. The Thing always pops up on this list. One of John Carpenter's greatest kind of horror thriller mysteries. Really great practical effects that still keep up to today. So, of course, it's a great 4K. Next up, we're going to have Jurassic World Rebirth from Universal. I do not love this movie. Some people like it. I didn't like the multiple different storylines. I thought the Frankenstein monster, dinosaur things were all weird. Just not my favorite Jurassic movie. Next up, we got Shin Godzilla. or Shin Godzilla. See, I can't even say it correctly anymore because I'm just not a fan of this Toho movie. Now, I love Godzilla minus one. I'm pumped for minus zero, but Shin Godzilla was just too many conversational, business like meetings, talky talk, not enough great character, heart, emotion, or kaiju monster action. It just missed everywhere for me. Next up, we got a new one here with Bullet in the Head, 1990, Shout Studios. I've not seen this one. I'm guessing it's an action thriller. I got to check it out. Next up, we got Weapons from Warner. Weapons, incredible movie. I mean, Amy Madigan getting, an Oscar nominee for her supporting actress. Well, hopefully she wins, but that movie is incredible. Just how it's edited together, how the story is told. Just a good, like, horror thriller, I would say. Really incredible mystery. And next up, we got a new one here with Nobody 2 from Universal. A lot of people were picking this up in the 3 for 33 Amazon sale. I tried to get it. For some reason, they couldn't find my house to deliver it to. So what the heck happened? They thought I was a nobody. What can I say? But Nobody 2, fun action movie. It basically takes the Nobody franchise on a vacation. That's all I can say about that. All right, next up we got Boogie Nights from Warner. I really like this PTA movie. Just cool, like 70s aesthetic there. I love the costumes. Love the music in there, of course. It's just a good, solid drama. So yeah, and great acting talent. Can't go wrong with that one. Next up, we got a new one here with Under Siege from Arrow Video. And this movie was incredible. I really liked it. It was a blind buy, a first time watch. It's an action thriller. Got Tommy Lee Jones in there, of course. The main action guy. Totally Steven Seagal. There we go. Yes, good old Stevie. Yes, he was great in the movie. Tons of action packed moments. Ton of fun. Really enjoyed that one. Next up, we got Dogma from Lionsgate. Still haven't yet seen this one. I want the 4K to get a little bit cheaper because Kevin Smith movies are hit or miss for me. But I will definitely give it a try. I've heard some good things from some people. Some people not so much, but some people do like that one. Next up, we got Superman from Warner and DC. That's why we're celebrating Superman here. Even though I'm not a big fan of this new 2025 one, it just feels too much like a typical James Gunn superhero movie. A lot of cool visual effects, but it's just a little too silly for me. And I want, dark and gritty, Man of Steel, Henry Cavill, rah, manly man. Yes, I want that old Zack Snyder style. But we're stuck with this one. So hopefully they do something cool with Supergirl. I'm excited for Lobo and all of that. Clayface looks kind of interesting. So we'll have to see where this whole DC universe goes. Hopefully they can turn it around and give us some new flavors. Next up, we got a number one top seller, new one here, Tron Ares. Yay, give it up to Tron Ares. I freaking love this movie, guys. I don't know why people were hating on it. To me, the story made sense with it now being in an AI modern world. I thought it was perfect how they started kind of to combine the universes there. And I just thought visually on the big screen, it was a roller coaster ride. The sound design was incredible. The music was awesome. So I was just pumped up for that roller coaster ride. I don't know how great it's going to be on a smaller screen, 4K disc without the 3D, of course. I don't know if it's going to be still awesome, but I will check it out once it gets cheaper. And I'm sure I'll still have a fun time with it. But I thought it was a very underrated movie. In my opinion, people were hating on it for not the best reasons out there, unfortunately. But yeah, there we go. Those were the top 20 sellers that apparently propelled 4K Ultra HD to dominate this week. So let's go ahead and get out the home entertainment media charts. It's official. They just destroyed DVDs by a massive margin. We knew those sales were going to kick in, and the Amazon 3 for 33 was a banger of a sale. Everybody and their mom was picking up 4Ks, and this is incredible. So let's compare that with the week before. But let's look at this week ending January 10th, 2026. I'm still shocked. We got Ultra HD 4Ks at 45.3%. I've never seen that happen before. That is freaking incredible. Above 40%. I was thinking it was going to get there. I was hoping it was going to be at December, end of December. Took a little bit longer, but finally 4Ks have bloomed and we see them dominating. They are the new king. DVDs, and of course, dropped to 32.3%. This is shocking for DVDs because they're usually always above 50%. I mean, this isn't even 40%. This is near 30%, guys. I mean, Blu-rays are at 22.4%. So Blu-rays never change. They're always around 20 to 25%. It's the 4Ks that were eating good this week. I mean, collectors loving the Ultra HD on the cheap, and DVDs just got spanked all over the place. So DVDs are no longer the king. And that is just amazing to me. I mean, that's incredible. I'm not saying like if you love DVDs, that's great, but you got to know when the number is shocking just to be like, wow, what the heck happened here? And once again, you compare that with the week before, January 3rd, 2026. 4K is at 19%, guys. That means it had an over double increase for 4K Ultra HDs in a week. That's incredible, guys. Blu-ray, once again, dipped a little bit, but they're always from 2025. And DVDs, once again, from about 57% all the way down to about 32% is insanity out there. I love to see, and it's only with a week, guys, a week. You see this big fluctuation, and that is darn incredible. Now, once again, I love all the disc formats. So, whatever you're celebrating here, DVDs, Blu rays, 4Ks, I collect them all. Just depends what's at the right price at the right time. But 4Ks were the right price this time because they were cheap with that Amazon 3 for 33 sale. So people were buying the 4Ks for around $11. I think that's the sweet spot for 4Ks. They have to be $11. If studios want to sell more of their 4Ks in 2026, they got to change the price point. Don't be coming out with them at $30, giving us that expensive price point. No, you got to be under 15 at least in 2026. Now I know it costs more to manufacture a 4K disc, but it can't be that much more expensive. Just give us a standard edition. Maybe don't even always worry about the fancy packaging. A standard slimmed down 4K edition. Get us the 4K disc for $11. You will sell those 4Ks like hotcakes all year long. I want to see that price point. Please, please, can we do it? I think we can do it. Let's make it happen. Studios out there now, boutiques are going to charge more because obviously they're having to buy these licensing rights. They got to do fancy packaging, these limited editions, add in the art cards, all that other junk, right? To kind of boost it up to be a real collectible item. So I know those are going to be more expensive, but if we can kind of rein in those prices too a little bit, I think 4Ks could end up dominating quite a bit in the future. Now, are the prices ever going to get that low? I don't. I mean, once in a while, once again, they'll have another Amazon sale, I'm sure. And there's always, Amazon discounts from week to week. So I think those times 4Ks will get that big boost. 4Ks will be king during those moments. But other times, if you have these 4Ks at the floor price of $30, they ain't going to be king that week. DVDs will still dominate. Once again, DVDs are the cheap, convenient item. They're the cheapest thing. You go in, you buy a 5 pack of DVDs for $5. Young generation wants that. It's so cheap. They cannot resist. They need those DVDs on the cheap. So Blu-rays cannot match that price point of DVDs. Blu-rays will be stuck in the middle as usual, along with 4Ks. Like I said, unless 4Ks get a massive sale. So that's what's going to happen in this year. I think looking at the future, we got to talk about what's going on. So people are still collecting physical media. Yes, it's a niche audience. It's more niche than ever before. Of course, a lot of the just casual people out there going about their daily lives will stream when they want to see something in the background. It's as simple as that. They're on their phones, they're on tablets. They're not really focused on the movie. It's a lot of background noise while they scroll through TikTok or Instagram. We know this. This is not a shocker to anybody now. That's how most people operate in the world. But for the movie lovers out there, the big, strong collecting audience, can we support these formats all going forward this year? I think we can. Once again, it's about buying at the right price at the right time. If 4Ks are cheap and on sale, go for the 4Ks. If Blu-rays are a little bit cheaper, go for the Blu-rays, right? If DVDs are the only time you can find that movie and you're either going to get that movie and watch it or be without that movie, it's stuck on the DVD format, then heck, don't feel bad for picking up a DVD in 2026. A lot of people are still picking up DVDs. The younger generation is also picking up DVDs. So, yeah, occasionally you may need to get some DVDs. So, I'm happy to see all the formats here potentially thriving in 2026. Like I said, I do think DVDs will dominate the majority of the time. But when it's a massive sale week for 4Ks, 4Ks will take over because now collectors know about 4Ks. They understand the Ultra HD format. They know the difference with the visuals and the audio tracks. It's no longer just a foreign idea of what the heck is Ultra HD. We don't understand why is that 4K so much more expensive. No, now people are starting to be more informed. They're doing the research as collectors. They know the differences between 4K, Blu-rays, and DVDs. So they're willing to pick up 4Ks if it's a cheap price, just as if Blu-rays were a cheap price. I think they would sell a lot more. But DVDs, like I said, will be the dominant force. for the next year as younger people are filling in the gaps of older generations passing. They're going back to DVDs, like the nostalgia craze with it being like vinyl records. So DVDs will have a good solid floor anywhere from 30 to, once again, they might get to 50, 60%, from most weeks. That's no trouble there. And then 4Ks though, I love to see their ceiling raised here because maybe their ceiling is like 50% now. So maybe their floor is around anywhere from 15, 20-ish percent all the way up to their ceiling of 50% in 2026. So that's pretty darn incredible. And once again, Blu-ray is always stuck in the middle at 20 to 25%. But hopefully we see more options out there in the stores, more availability of titles, more places to get titles. Give us some combo packs back. Bring back combo packs in 2026, please. Goodness for the Grish. Goodness gosh out there. Okay. We need the combo packs of 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, just so we have some backup options. People are more willing to try different formats that have a combo pack. So let's make that happen, studios. But yeah, just keep out busting out the titles. Give us more standard edition options. Don't make things so limited where you run out of titles. You're dealing with scalpers out there. You can't find a movie you want. You get pissed off. You get out of collecting all entirely. No, studios, you got to be producing a good amount of this stuff. The collectors out there will get this stuff at a fair price. Same with boutiques. Make sure we have our items available in stores. Keep doing those partnerships with Barnes and Noble. Maybe reach out to Walmart on some partnerships or some other retail locations. What the heck happened with GameStop? Thought we were getting movies in there. Let's make some things happen out there with physical media, guys. If I can see the readily availableness of physical media out there in 2026, I think people are going back to collecting. They want to own some discs. They want to own some physical media. They want to own something. And I think we're going to get a resurgence in physical media here. I just think it's going to happen. I think 2026 is the year. Even though we're a niche audience, we are a strong, powerful niche audience. Small, but mighty we shall be in 2026. But there we go, guys. That's the excitement in the world of physical media. Of course, we talk about theaters. Theaters are kind of slower in January and February naturally, but of course, we got those big hits coming out in spring and summer with the Nolan blockbuster Odyssey. We got superhero movies, Spider-Man gonna be coming out. We got some good action movies, look like they're on the horizon as well. So we got good stuff coming up in the theaters. We just got to get through January and February, but it's also award season, so we can enjoy all the award shows, the Oscars, and all that stuff. They actually nominated a few movies this year that people actually saw, like F1 and Sinners. A lot of Sinners, of course, but you see some other stuff in there too, like Frankenstein and things like that. So that's definitely a good sign, of course, for the industry. So however you watch movies, I think you're eating pretty good. There we go, guys. Those are just my thoughts right now. Once again, I love celebrating all these different physical media formats with you guys. You want to stay entertained and updated in the world of physical media going throughout the entire year. You don't want to miss a weekly report. You want to be a part of the movement to save physical media in 2026. Well, just go ahead and make a blockbuster that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. That way you stay informed and entertained in the world of physical media. Of course, leave in the comments below what titles have you been picking up recently? What formats do you think will dominate in the next few weeks? Let's see why. Let's respond to each other. Create that dialogue. Of course, hype up this video, hype it up, get it out to more people so we grow this collecting community and we save it together, guys. So have a great day watching and talking your movies, my friends, and you love this physical media topic. Let's go ahead and make smash another video right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.